Hi, welcome to What's the Tea in L&E. I'm Emily.
And I'm Leah.
And this is...
Van! Van is our Director of Employee Appreciation here at Rogers Vandeventer Black. We are management side employment attorneys, and today we are going to be talking to you guys about Lizzo.
I feel like we need to put a disclaimer out. This is a subject that is, would you say, very near and dear to your heart, Leah?
Oh, yes, it is very special. We are going to try to come up with as many, or try to put in place here as many Lizzo song titles as possible. Are you a Lizzo fan?
I think by proxy, absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen her in concert twice. I love her. I find her songs very empowering to women. They get me motivated through the day. But not everybody feels that way.
Apparently not.
All right, so Lizzo was sued, as you may have seen in the news in the news stories. She was sued by 3 former dancers, is that it? Who are alleging a sexually charged work environment or a hostile environment, claiming things like one of them was required to touch a nude dancer or encouraged to do so, that was weight shaming for women, and that another employee may have proselytized, and there were comments about someone's virginity. And so you've got a bunch of these very salacious allegations, and keep that in mind. These are just allegations. And I wouldn't just say that about, because it's Lizzo and I love Lizzo, but I would say that against any employer.
Yeah, I mean, Lizzo's attorneys are vigorously defending this. They've made very clear that they do not, feel that any of this happened. But today, we feel like it's about that time to, see what I did there? To review the standard for what constitutes unlawful harassment. So this legal standard is unwelcome and offensive conduct that is based on someone's affiliation with a protected class. That means their sex, their gender identity, religion, age, disability, those categories. And it has to be either severe or pervasive.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Severe can mean something is so bad, right, that only one time of it happening in the workplace, it rises to that level of actionable harassment. So something like being exposed to someone's genitals in the workplace, or the use of the N-word in the workplace.
Yeah.
And then pervasive it's maybe not severe like that, but it's comments, gestures, right? And they're happening ongoing over a period of time. And keep in mind that some states have actually removed that severe or pervasive prong. So all an employee has to do is prove that they experienced unwelcome and offensive conduct based on one of those protected classifications.
Absolutely. And as management side employment attorneys, what we recommend to employers, to managers, is that even if you have a rather unorthodox work environment, as I would say, dancers in a touring company, that is a little bit different than a 9-to-5 where you're in an office environment. You still need to have a viable reporting mechanism. You still need to have multiple avenues by which employees can make complaints.
The truth hurts. These laws still do apply to you. But I will say, let me tell you this. The prong that is, it has to be offensive, right? It also has to be subjectively offensive to somebody or offensive to a reasonable person in the context of that work environment. So if you agree to go work, let's say, in an exotic nightclub, it's going to be a little harder for you to turn around and say, I experienced a hostile environment because there were scantily clad women dancing in the nightclub, right? That is the nature of the workforce. And I think in the hip hop and the music industry, there is a different threshold as well. And so I think part of Lizzo's team's defense, right, is going to be maybe they did have the reporting procedure, but is also going to be this idea that there is a different nature of the work environment, right? So you do have, song lyrics that might entail things about body image. There might be sexually charged language in song lyrics. And it'd be hard to say, yeah, I'm applying to work here as a dancer, but I'm not comfortable with that language.
Well, this was some piping hot tea. Thanks for joining us.
Lizzo, DM me.
We'll see you soon.